Good evening, you're watching 7 at 7, the only news bulletin where we curate the day's top 7 stories for our viewers. But before I hit the headlines, I want to quickly take our viewers through where India stands numerically, at least with its fight against COVID-19. Just going to pull out all the numbers there. We have breached the 32 lakh mark. We stand a little over 32,34,000 positive cases. Till now, we've recorded 59,449 deaths. Let me quickly take you through 3 states that have recorded the highest import of positive numbers. Maharashtra continues to dominate. We're giving you the numbers right there. Right after Maharashtra, it's Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is now on 2nd place with a total import of nearly 4 lakh cases of positive cases, standing at about 3,91,303. We're giving you the death figure there. Andhra Pradesh is at number 3 with total positive cases inching very close to that of Tamil Nadu of 3,71,639 and recording 3,460 deaths. This is what it looks like, viewers, but all of this information collated till just about 20 minutes ago right here. All right, let's get you the latest news break. The CBI has turned the heat on the manager of Waterstone Resort, where Sushant had stayed with Riya last year for a few months. CBI team is analyzing CCTV camera footage of the resort. India Today has learned that Riya also bought a spiritual guru to the resort. All right, we're going to continue to get you the very latest. This is the resort where Sushant had moved in between his building of Capri Heights, which was in Bandra, Pali Hill. He moved then to Joggers Park, Mont Blanc, where his death took place. In between, he had moved to this particular resort, the Waterstone Resort, with Riya Chakrabarti. And now the CBI is going to look at all developments that took place while he was at this resort. Meanwhile, it's day 6 of CBI investigation and the grilling of Sushant Singh Rajput's associates continues. The CBI team visited Cooper Hospital to quiz doctors who conducted the autopsy. Sources say that the CBI team is there to get some documents after queries were raised by CBI doctors regarding the autopsy report. Sushant's autopsy is being analyzed by a special team of doctors given the glaring lapses in the report with no mention of the actor's time of death. Sushant's flatmate Siddharth Patani is being grilled for the 5th time and cook Neeraj for the 6th time. Both of them were present at Sushant's flat on the day Sushant died. CBI sources have suggested that there were inconsistencies in their statement. All eyes are on the late actor's girlfriend Riya Chakrabarti, who is yet to be summoned in the case.
We are asking you a simple question, Samuel. Were you hired on the instruction of Riya Chakrabarti, Samuel? We are asking you a simple question.
All right, so that's the latest that is coming in right now. Let's once again get our viewers up to speed with the latest developments in the case. CBI sources have now suggested that there were inconsistencies in statements of those who saw Sushant Singh Rajput last. However, as we speak, all eyes continue to be on the late actor's girlfriend, Riya Chakrabarti, who is still yet to be summoned. I want to connect right now to my colleague Mustafa joining me live from Mumbai. Mustafa, get us the very latest. Also, any word on when Riya Chakrabarti could be summoned by the CBI?
Well, Priti, what we are understanding from 6 days of investigation by the CBI is that they are not in a hurry to call Riya Chakrabarti for questioning. In fact, they are exploring all available investigation of Mumbai police and then verify each and every investigation or record statements of people who are crucial to this case, be it chartered accountants, be it support staff of Sushant Singh Rajput and everybody who's related to this case. It seems that the CBI wants really to prepare itself whether what case or what allegations they are going to verify from Riya Chakrabarti and only then approach her with concrete questions and evidences which can they pose to her while the questioning is on. Back to you.
All right, stay with me. I'm going to quickly dip into the latest news break and come right back to you. Mustafa, news is coming in that the Narcotics Bureau has registered a criminal case in the Riya drug link. That's the latest that is coming in. Now, viewers, if I can just quickly take you through the agencies that are investigating the Sushant death is the CBI, the Enforcement Directorate, and the latest news break is that the Narcotics Bureau will now also step in by registering a criminal case in the Riya drug link. All of this is based on deleted WhatsApp chats that Rhea Chakrabarti had with possibly alleged drug dealers. She apparently also spoke about administering certain drugs to Sushant, and she had that conversation with other employees of Sushant. All right, so that's the latest that we're getting in. This criminal case will be against Rhea Chakrabarti's brother, Shouvik, Rhea, Jaya and Shruti Modi. Okay, so that's the latest that we're getting in right now. The Narcotics Bureau is stepping in, will lodge a criminal complaint against Rhea Chakrabarti, her brother Shouvik, Jaya and Shruti Modi. All four of them were caught, or in fact in the deleted WhatsApp chats that have been pulled out. They have been seen to be having a conversation where it's very clear that Rhea in a couple of conversations seemingly interacting, but those were conversations she had in 2017 with a possible drug dealer asking about certain drugs. I want to now connect to my colleague Divesh. Divesh, a criminal complaint would be lodged by the Narcotics Bureau against Rhea, her brother Shouvik, Jaya and Shruti Modi. What more can you add?
Yes, Preeti, Narcotics Control Bureau is looking into this controversy related to Rhea Chakrabarti, and she speaking to some people regarding some banned narcotic substances. And once the probe is initiated by the Central Anti-Narcotics Agency, it will be clear what were the drugs being sought for. Rhea, in a statement issued by a lawyer, has said that she has never consumed these drugs. Also, some of the messages indicate that she was buying these drugs for Sushant, like the CBD oil that Jaya Saha has mentioned in her message is a legal oil. It is prescribed as a medication for depression, for pain, anxiety and other issues. But there are other drugs like marijuana. There are words used like hash, which is for hashish. There are words used like ecstasy and LSD, which could be probed by the anti-narcotic agency that will be carrying out its probe. Deputy Director...
Divesh, I want to just step in. I want you to take us through the chats, the deleted chats excerpts. When is it that with regard to Sushant, with Jaya and Shruti Modi, in what context have drugs been spoken about by Rhea?
See, one of the messages that we've accessed, India Today has exclusively accessed, clearly states that Jaya Saha, whose actual name is Jayanti Saha, who works for Quan Talent Management. Quan is a leading talent management agency of Bollywood. Jayanti Saha not only handled Sushant Singh Rajput and Rhea Chakrabarti, but she also handles accounts of some top actors from Bollywood. And Jayanti Saha is talking about this particular oil, which needs to be added in tea or coffee, exactly 4 drops of it, and can be given to 3 to 4 times.
And CBD is a legal substance?
From Rhea's side, it is
Divesh, CBD is a legal substance?
CBD is indeed a legal substance.
Okay.
Though it is produced, which is it's derivative of cannabis, but it is prescribed as a medication in India also for anxiety, depression. So mostly it is prescribed through subscription. Remember, Sushant Singh Rajput was undergoing treatment for depression. There's another message that is from Shruti Modi, where she again talks about weed. He has to stop it. That is what she says. He has to stop it. And he has said that he quit it yesterday. That was a January 2020 message. So there also there is a mention of marijuana, which is a banned substance. Other than that, there's another message which has surfaced today, which India Today exclusively brought to light, where Rhea is seen communicating regarding buying 2 packets of marijuana or weed and 17,000 rupees to be paid to Deepesh.
All right. Okay, Divesh, we're going to continue coming back to you. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you there. Meanwhile, I want to quickly move ahead. India Today has accessed fresh exclusive WhatsApp chats of Rhea Chakrabarti. The WhatsApp chat exchange between Rhea, Samuel Miranda, Jaya Saha and Shruti Modi mention about a drug called CBD. Now, The WhatsApp chat also shows Samuel Miranda asking for payment of 17,000 rupees to Dipesh for 2 kilograms of weed. However, we'd like to put one thing very straight, that CBD oil is a legal oil. It's prescribed under various ailments, definitely for depression, for anxiety, to even something as pain and acne. So it is a legal oil. On the other hand, however, yes, she did have this conversation about 2 kgs of marijuana with Samuel Miranda. Meanwhile, I want to quickly shift focus to Kerala. The opposition is now holding protest marches day after a mystery fire broke out at the Kerala Secretariat. The opposition Congress and BJP have alleged that the fire was an attempt to destroy important files related to the gold smuggling case, in which Chief Minister Vijayan is under the scanner. Congress and BJP workers staged protests outside the Secretariat building. Water cannons were used on the protesters. Brushing aside these allegations, Kerala Finance Minister Thomas Isaac said that the files can be retrieved as all documents are scanned and stored as digital copies, saying the opposition protest was against common sense. The Kerala gold smuggling case that came to the fore in July is currently being probed by the NIA after 30 kgs of gold being smuggled into Thiruvananthapuram. Opposition has alleged the role of the Kerala government in the racket after the role of Chief Minister's personal secretary came to the fore.
The heart of the city has turned into an absolute war zone. Various political parties, the opposition parties, are holding a series of protests over here. We can see in these visuals the road towards the cantonment gate of the Secretariat has been blocked, has been barricaded, and now there is a protest that is happening, which is being organized by the BJP activists, the Yuva Morcha activists, as we have been told, and already the police had to use water cannons to try and disperse them, and now there is a warning that has been issued by the police that they will be forced to use tear gas shells if these protesters do not disperse from here. You can already see in this visual, they have been trying to break this police barricade for quite some time, and that was actually a tear gas shell that was used by the police to try and disperse. And now you can also listen, now the sound grenades are being used to try and scare these protesters away. Absolute drama unfolding here outside the Secretariat a day after a fire incident was reported, and now some of the protesters are also trying to throw back the tear gas shell, and that's another tear gas shell, and that seems to have activated, and we will have to take a safe distance. We will have to move out towards safe distance from here. Now this is absolute drama unfolding here. Just a while back, we had the Congress that was holding an agitation here. The Ramesh Chennittala, the opposition leader, was here, and after that the BJP is holding this agitation, and even before this we had other political parties and the Mahila Congress and the SDPI, which was burning the effigies of Chief Minister. The Secretariat has turned into an absolute war zone. There is smoke, there is fire, there is tear gas, there is water cannons, and absolute drama and anarchy unfolding out here. With camera person Tinku Rajshekharan, Gopi Krishnan, Thiruvananthapuram for India Today.
Meanwhile, the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal held a review meeting after fresh surge in COVID cases in the national capital. Delhi recorded 1,544 new COVID cases on Tuesday. It was the first time in over a month that the number of new infections crossed the 1,500 mark. Delhi has been fluctuating in the number of novel coronavirus cases since the beginning of this month. The positivity rate, which had reduced to less than 6%, rose again to 8.9% and 7.7% on Monday and Tuesday. The opposition BJP hit out Aam Aadmi Party government, claiming inaction by Chief Minister Kejriwal. BJP IT cell chief Amit Malviya mocked Kejriwal's claim that the US is emulating Delhi's plasma therapy procedure. The BJP said while Delhi saw a break on COVID cases after intervention by Home Minister, the AAP government has squandered the gains. It accused Kejriwal of pontification to the world instead of fighting the epidemic.
आज हमने सुबह मीटिंग की थी तो मैंने ये आदेश दिए हैं कि दिल्ली में टेस्ट्स की संख्या अब हम इसको डबल करने जा रहे हैं। आज की डेट में टेस्ट्स लगभग 20,000 टेस्ट पर डे होते हैं, इसको हम एक हफ्ते के अंदर 40,000 टेस्ट्स पर डे करेंगे। आज हमने ये भी आदेश दिए कि इसको एनफोर्समेंट को थोड़ा सा और सख्त किया जाना चाहिए। अगर कोई भी मास्क पहने हुए नहीं मिलता तो उसको मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है कि सब लोग मास्क पहन के निकलें, सब लोग सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग करें।
Even as there is a growing clamour for postponement of NEET JEE exams, the government seems to be in no mood to budge. Sources in the Education Ministry have stated very clearly that there is no rethink on the conduct of exams, adding that more than 4 lakh admit cards have been downloaded in just 3 hours. Education Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank also assured that the National Testing Agency has taken a number of steps for safety of students appearing for the exams. Pokhriyal revealed that about 85% students who will appear for JEE NEET have already downloaded their admit cards. The safety measures include a 51% hike in NEET exam centres, capping number of students in one room to 12 and strict social distancing norms apart from masks and sanitizers. The entry to the exam centres will be staggered and students will have to clear a thermal scan for gaining access. Every exam centre will have an isolation room for those whose body temperatures are high. All right, going into a quick break. When we return, as usual, we're going to end the bulletin with a quick fact check. Certain claims floating about in social media masquerading to be facts. After the break, stay with me. Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.